All right, we are here with two of the big men in TREEDC. All right, and you are?
Warren Nevad, Director.
All right, and you
James
are?
Talley, the president of TREEDC.
All right, and TREEDC has some exciting news. They now are starting up an international exchange program, and who wants to talk first?
I'll let Warren.
Sure.
All right.
The mayors of TREEDC started this program last October, and we wanted to help countries learn more about renewable energy, what we're doing in Tennessee. So we started an international exchange program for developing countries where, one, we exchange information among our member cities and member colleges, have sister cities, sister colleges. Two, help some of our business members who are working on biomass gasification, other clean energy techniques, to look at business opportunities over there, maybe bring some jobs here. And three, to help these countries build a similar TREEDC-like organization. We think TREEDC has been very successful because we leverage the local political leaders with the technology providers and the government agencies. Many of these green organizations that we work with, they're operated by the industry. The solar have their folks, the wind have their folks. TREEDC is about local officials, mayors that are trying to promote economic development for their community. And the mayors thought by showing this model to other countries, it could help advance. And with us accomplishing these three objectives will attract the multinational corporations because we need to bring corporate support to our organization to make it more sustainable. And the mayor, you want to talk?
And the second piece is that the state of Tennessee has been very proactive in recruiting large corporations or other corporations from other countries. I mean, you look at Germany with Volkswagen, the Docker, and some of the other list just keeps going. Nissan. So it's not just automakers, but it's other things too. So what we're trying to do, is continue what they've done, just add another piece to it.
Okay.
And bring in hopefully what will be jobs for Tennessee. To increase that, because the renewable market is going to be a big piece. A lot of the countries on the outside are very proactive and doing things, whatever that can be brought here and showcased from the outside countries or the corporations from around the world. And at the same time, what it will allow small businesses possibly, or large businesses that are here in our state, to another avenue to get into other parts of the world and produce and sell their products. So in turn, it either creates jobs in Tennessee by bringing infrastructure in, by companies coming in, or it actually increases the production of the companies that are already here by marketing to the world.
Now, what is the exact status of the program? Is it, how far is it advanced? I know it's beyond planning stages, because you guys have, went through a lot of things to get this in progress. Well, where is it right now, would you say?
Well, we have three main international partners: the German Energy Agency, the Philippines Renewable Energy Association, and we also have Kenya involved. We've been to the Philippines, and we're going to visit the Philippines again on the week of March 18th. We're meeting with several universities and colleges and cities to develop these sister city, sister college arrangements. And then we hope to follow up with a TREEDC-like forum over there, perhaps in the fall or early next year. And then we believe, like I said earlier, that when these large international corporations that are operating 30,000 feet in the air, the McDonald's, the Chevrons, the Shells, the Exxons, the large corporations, if they see the grassroots work of renewable energy, we hope that they'll take part and support our initiative. The foundation of TREEDC are the mayors, the city and counties, because we leverage their name, their communities to help advance renewable energy, and we hope these corporations will see that. We think renewable energy, whether it's solar, wind, biofuels, biodiesel, it doesn't matter. There's so much potential. We heard a great presentation from former Congressman Zach Wamp today about energy efficiency lighting, how it can be operated by radio frequency.
Now, in addition to this, I know TREEDC has been very busy this past year. So, what all have you been up to besides the exchange program? I know there's been a lot of meetings, a lot of other forums, a lot of in-depth discussions. What all has changed since you were here last year?
Well, we completed our TVA Green Power Switch program. We signed up over 100 folks to invest in green power. We partnered with Miramichi Green, which is owned by the Justin Timberlake family, to have a forum in Memphis. We started working with the state to advance geothermal across the state. We also had forums in Knoxville, Chattanooga, all over the state. The mayor of the city of Ducktown made tremendous strides last year, and you want to talk about?
We're continuing to try, and the first piece that we started with, of course, was solar, and we've increased that. We've added partnered with a group, Honda Solar, out of Atlanta, and we've actually constructed an additional 50 kilowatt system, which the city will get some revenue out of it. We put in our electric charging stations, which will help, the EV vehicles. We're a tourist area, so that allows the Nissan Leaf and the Chevrolet Bolt and the other plug-in vehicles to travel through our tourist area. Our rafting is what we do. We have a large group of people, 300,000 plus a year, that come to our area to visit the river. And so that will allow the ones that are eco-friendly and that are buying the electric vehicles to come to the area. We're looking at doing some energy efficiency upgrades to our lighting systems and our red lights. And also we're looking at some alternative fuels for our vehicles. So, we're trying to be proactive from, what we want to do and what we've said for the last several years. From our history, our environment was destroyed more or less because of the company that was there and the way that it operated as far as the iron roasting and stuff or whatever. They just denuded the landscape and it eroded. And over the last 20 years anyway, we've made a big recovery out of it. We're green now, and our environment is, and what we want to continue on beyond that. And what we're saying is that we want to be the largest green small city in the United States, if not the world. We're 475 people, but I think that we've made a major accomplishments toward that, and we want to continue it.
Okay. Now, today's forum went very well. It was very informative. From the student breakout session where we learned more about the carbon output and the amount of energy that it actually takes to run something as simple as a laptop or the lights. Now, what message would you guys like to send out to the students? Because as we've learned, in passing over the past few years, it seems that kids today are becoming less and less acquainted with where they're getting their stuff. Like they get their foods and wrappers, don't know where it comes from. They get their electricity, they just flip a switch, don't know where it comes from. What message would you want to send out to college students today that will be reading this? Well, once I wrap it up, what message would you want to send out to them?
Well, there's just so many opportunities in this area. One thing we noticed today, many of our speakers were under 30 years old. And to me, that shows that it's an emerging field, that young professionals are looking at renewable energy and sustainability. So there's more opportunities, whether it's wind, solar, energy efficiency, lighting, whatever. The key thing is to find your passion, what you're interested in, and learn as much as you can, and then you'll go a long way. I think renewable energy is the future of our world. It knows no boundaries, and there's so many opportunities for communities to become better, to save money, and to bring in jobs.
It is, and we, as a country, especially the young population, like you said, you know, today's generation is not hands-on as my generation was. I was the late baby boomer. I was born in '62, so at the tail end of it. You know, so everything we grew up and had a tremendous amount of change at that point to now, and it's not going to stop. It's continuing where it is today, and renewable energies and everything, the way that our country's developed and the way that we develop, and our kids and grandkids and their kids and grandkids is going to continue. It's an ever-changing thing. So it's something that what I would tell the students is that we embrace it, because it's going to be a part of your life. It's going to be a part of your kid's life and your grandkids' life, and who knows what it can be. But it's like everything else. If you don't accept it and try to work through things, it'll bypass you, and you'll be left in the rears. But I think that for careers, the environment itself. I'm not going to get into all the political parameters on global warming or whatever, but you know, there's pros and cons that says both, you know, one way or the other. Something's there. Whether it is affecting it or not, we still need to take care of our environment, and that way we pass it on to the generations next. And so, like you said, you know, the pulling, we can't change overnight, like with the hydrocarbons and stuff, but we can wean ourselves off over several years, and the whole thing is planning. You know, we got to plan for the future. So that would be my take on it, to tell them, is just plan for your future and for your family's future.
Well, anything specific that you want to say about TREEDC over the past year? Any special moments, any big breakthroughs?
Winning the Governor's Award was quite an achievement past August. And just, you know, this time when we had our forum last year, we had about 70 city and county members. Now we have 92, so we're growing. So it's more the process that, to me, is, and I'm sure to Mayor Talley, it's what's rewarding, is building the momentum, establishing the relationships, getting the cities to do the projects are the milestones.
It is. Seeing the product of your work, and it's very rewarding. I mean, we're doing this. It's not for fame of herself by any means, but it's to see the good that comes out of it. It's like with any public service.
Well, Hiwassee College would like to thank both of you for coming out, for introducing us to yet another year of TREEDC, and for informing us. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You have a great day.
You too. And signing off.